Welcome to I'm Your Target Demographic. Today we're discussing a comic book team known as the Thunderbolts, who appeared in many different iterations across Marvel Comics. There are dozens and dozens of members of this team, so we're not going to discuss the nitty-gritty of who has been a member, but looking at the comics for inspiration as to how the Thunderbolts could transition to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. This will contain spoilers for the Marvel Cinematic Universe, including the films up through Endgame and Far From Home, and then the entire series of WandaVision and Falcon and the Winter Soldier. In the comics, it all began with Baron Zemo, who recently made his return to the Marvel Cinematic Universe in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. In the comics, Zemo saw an opportunity when several high-profile teams disappeared for a time. This vacuum gave Zemo a reason to assemble a team, but they were posing as heroes to make money and earn influence. He couldn't do this himself, so he branded himself in American patriotic gear and called himself Citizen V. This was an homage to an anti-Nazi hero during World War II, also called Citizen V. So Zemo from the outset was trying to appear as a hero. He recruited other villains and rebranded them and gave them new outfits. So they saved the day, and they became known as actual heroes. Zemo didn't like this though, and eventually blackmailed his own members so they wouldn't turn on him and actually become heroes. Now here is where we have years and years of comic book continuity. Villains come in and out of the roster. Even Baron Zemo is ousted for a long time. The hero, Hawkeye, rotates into the team for a while, and he tried to redeem the team members and even tried to get pardons from the US government. Fast forward to something really interesting. There was an event called the Secret Invasion, in which the shape-shifting Skrulls infiltrated all aspects of the world. At this time, the villain known as Norman Osborn, who went by the alias Green Goblin, was somewhat leading the Thunderbolts, and he himself got a massive PR boost as it was captured on camera as he killed the Skrull Queen. Norman now got control over S.H.I.E.L.D. and over the Avengers Initiative. He knew that the Thunderbolts worked, and now had a claim to the Avengers team name, so he put together a team called the Dark Avengers, though I don't think the public ever called it that, but he took villains and placed them into the slots that heroes traditionally played. For example, the villain Bullseye donned the Hawkeye suit. Osborn himself wore the red, white, and blue Iron Patriot suit. A villainess named Moonstone appeared as Miss Marvel, who hadn't yet become Captain Marvel. The symbiote villain Venom, he appeared as Spider-Man. We also got the son of Wolverine named Daken, suited up in Wolverine's old suit. And Yelena Belova, dressed as the Black Widow. Okay, now before someone gets angry in the comments, it was actually Natasha who disguised herself as Yelena, disguising herself as Black Widow, so let's just put that out there. Later on, we got another version of the Thunderbolts gathered together by Thunderbolt Ross, the general and alter ego of the Red Hulk. This team wasn't disguised, but they were composed of heroes and anti-heroes who might be more willing to do what needs to be done, like a Black Ops team of heroes. This included characters like Agent Venom, which is the same Venom symbiote with a different host. Deadpool, it included Elektra, Ghost Rider, Punisher. Now again, I know we're missing a lot of stuff in between these events, but the fun thing is now to theorize and to hope. There's a lot of seeds already planted in the Marvel Cinematic Universe that could tease something like this. We start with Baron Zemo, who's already back in play from Falcon and the Winter Soldier. At the end of that series, he was sent to the Raft, a prison floating in the ocean and holding the most dangerous of villains, including where they kept some of our heroes following Civil War. This is a perfect place for Zemo to connect and plot with some others. We also have General Ross, who will be seen again in the upcoming Black Widow film. He was one of the driving forces behind the Sokovia Accords, so it could be believed if he launched a highly regulated program for villains and anti-heroes to do Black Ops operations. Lastly, the Thunderbolts could be a Hydra-driven operation, spearheaded by the mysterious Contessa Valentina Allegra de la Fontaine. In the comics, this character is a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent who infiltrates Hydra and stokes a war between the two. In the MCU, she may be looking to revitalize Hydra and maybe undermine the efforts of S.H.I.E.L.D. and the Avengers. Regardless who drives the MCU Thunderbolts, we've got quite a cast of characters already at their disposal. We've seen already that Hawkeye has changed during the 5 years after Infinity War, taking on the mantle of Ronin to assassinate crime bosses. Could he be convinced to lead a team like this and head into morally gray territory? From the upcoming Black Widow movie, we'll be introduced to Yelena Belova, another Black Widow, who will likely be drafted into some new team as she takes the torch from Natasha. As I said earlier, we've got the Iron Patriot armor already, so someone could easily step into that role. We also have the replacement Captain America from Falcon and the Winter Soldier, John Walker, who takes up the mantle of U.S. agent. He may be looking for redemption and understands that sometimes drastic measures have to be taken. There's another soldier that did what had to be done and hasn't really been seen since the beginning of the MCU, but it may be time to revisit the Abomination. He might fill the Hulk role on the team if they were forming a version of the Avengers, but regardless, it'd just be nice to see Blonsky get another appearance, especially if General Ross is at the helm of the Thunderbolts. It's been rumored that Blonsky may appear in the upcoming She-Hulk series for Disney+. So what do you think? We've got a lot of pieces in play, a lot of characters to choose from, and a lot of comics to serve as inspiration. What would your ideal Thunderbolts team look like in the MCU? Let me know in the comments, and thanks for watching.